Hello, cheers. Back at you with another beer review then. Thanks for joining. So today we were going to head up to Track up in Manchester, Track Brewing Company. And this is a collab with Pellicle, publication beer magazine. And this is called Optimism Forever. So as you can see, it's a double dry hopped West Coast IPA. It's coming in at 7.2% ABV. This is the second collaboration that Track have done with Pellicle. So let's get straight into it. This is brewed in honour of their 5th birthday anniversary, Pellicle. So we thought no better way to celebrate that than brewing a resinous, sticky and modern West Coast IPA. So hops in this then will be, are those in there? West Coast with it says notes of citrus and pine, but don't know what actual hops are in this. To Strata, CGX and Idaho 7 hops. Idaho 7 in a and Strata in a West Coast. Interesting one. Actually says it on straight on the can here. Nelson Solvin T90, Strata CGX, Idaho 7 CGX. I need to know what that is. I need to find out. And Citra YCH 702 trial. So some interesting bits there that I need to actually get and look at what they're all about. So there's the beer. Let me just give it a crack, give it an open. I purchased this beer at the Bottleneck in Broadstairs. They seem to be getting a lot of Track beers at the moment. This is coming off the back of England's very fortunate win against Slovakia. So it's Sunday, the whatever it is. Is it the 30th today? I don't even know. I don't even know how many days are in June, to be honest. But there you go. So beer in the glass. We've got a one finger head that's going to dissipate quite quickly. It's got a nice West Coast look about it. There's a little bit of clarity there. Slightly kind of haze, but nothing crazy. It's got a nice look to it. So West Coast IPA, modern West Coast IPA for like, they've definitely been my jam. Let me just get rid of that. They've been my jam for this year. I've really gone into them a lot. I've not reviewed many, but I thought I'd review this one to get a nose on it. Wow. It's got a slight, it's got like a dry pininess to it. It's got like an underripe grapefruit, not grapefruit, pineapple, grapefruit notes. A kind of a medium citra, but not crazy. I don't know what the IBUs are to this brew. Definitely an underripe pineapple. I've had this beer about a week in the fridge, so, and it was purchased in the fridge at the Bottleneck. So check them out if you're locally in Thanet, East Kent, in Broadstairs. Right, let's get my taste buds on it. So cheers. So yeah, straight off the bat, what I'm getting is a really nice kind of bitter grapefruit, very clean. Yeah, slightly dank pine. almost it reminds me a little bit of melon, almost like a slightly prickly kind of pear, almost touch of lime citrus. It's got a bitterness there that really does linger on the palate, which I, for one, love. Let me pour the rest of this beer in the bottom of the can. It shouldn't haze it up anything at all, really, and it doesn't. No, it's not like them New Englands that sometimes you can get a New England that could be like half, maybe a bit half hazier than this, and then you pour the rest in. It completely changes the look. I'm glad it didn't, because it shouldn't really happen on this style of beer. But then modern day West Coast, there's so many different ways it can go compared to, say, like 10, 15 years ago. You can get hazy West Coast IPA, which I personally think is wrong. I'm not a brewer, but if you're brewing a West Coast IPA, brew a West Coast IPA. Don't put oats in it. That's just you're appeasing the haze bros in the world, and you're trying to get them on board with it. And I get it; it's a business model, etc. But if you don't want West Coast to look like this, don't brew them. That's my opinion. Could you imagine a hazy looking like that? They wouldn't accept it, would they? It's the same on the other foot. Don't do a hazy West Coast IPA for the Westy boys, or Westy bros if you like. This is a cracking beer. Again, I don't know the IBUs to this, which is a little bit annoying. I would like to know. It may even be on the can. I'll just have a quick sort of squint through here, but it just says bitter and balanced IPA. A double dry hop to bitter and balanced IPA, which is, contains barley. It's about the only bit in English. We could all use a little bit more optimism, so we teamed up with our friends at Pellicle magazine for a second time to brew a double dry hop West Coast IPA with notes of citrus and pine. The citrus is more of a lime citrus. The pine is there. There's a slight dankness, and then it's got a nice bitterness that almost like a bitter grapefruit that goes with it. It's not the most rasping West Coast IPA I've ever had. Don't get me wrong, but if you've never had a West Coast IPA, it could be too bitter for you. I would imagine this is probably around about the 60 IBU mark. I don't know. I'm sure that you could find this information out there. Optimism Forever is the name of the beer from Track. And there's a chance I might be visiting there next weekend. So slightly drying towards the back end with that bitterness as well. But overall, it's just everything I want in a 7.2. You're not really getting the ABV. The body is kind of upper end of a medium. It's not really kind of heavy, easy drinking or heavy, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of in that middle ballpark. But yeah, as modern West Coast go, this is pretty good. It's not one of them absolute rasp bombs where it just rips your palate out of your mouth. And I get it, people. If you're not used to it, if you're relatively new to craft beer, say in the last 5 to 10 years, then this for you could be really bitter. For me, it's not particularly. It's kind of that middle of the road kind of deal. Overall, though, a very nice beer. I would happily drink this again for sure. So yeah, check them out. Obviously, it's a collab, so it's not going to be around for too long. So if you're looking at this in the future, it won't be available. But yeah, Optimism Forever from Track Brewing Company and Pellicle Publications, which is a beer magazine. So check them out. Thank you for watching. If you had this one before, let me know. Or if there's any other kind of like old school West Coast IPAs that you think I should be trying, or modern day West Coast IPAs as well, put it down in the chat. I always like to know, you know, even if I can't get them, if they're in America or whatever, I still like to know what, you know, because you never know in the future, might turn up. Anyway, thanks for watching then. You all take care, and I'll see you on the next review. Come on, England.